I'm Noel Bishop, the first selectman in Westbrook. One of the most important responsibilities that your municipal government has is the developing of our annual budget. That process starts in December. Information goes out to all of our departments in the town, and also our Board of Education starts the same process. Literally every single line item is scrutinized. We do zero-based budgeting. That information is put together by our finance director, who will speak in a few minutes, Donna here, and then the Board of Selectmen begins its review of the budget, meets with all the department chairmen, and then our recommendations go to the Board of Finance. The reason that we are talking to you today, because this is a major change in the process. In previous years, we've either voted by referendum or town meeting and let people decide on what they want the budget to be. We cannot do this year because of COVID-19, so all of our meetings have to be virtual, and that's what we've done to date. So I would like to introduce you to Donna. She's going to give you a brief summary of the budget, where we are at this point in time, but most importantly, when she finishes her comments, to make sure that you understand two important dates that are coming up. One is April 29th, and I think the other one is May 5th. That will be an opportunity for you as members of the public to let the Board of Finance to know what your thoughts are. So Donna, if you would, please. Donna is our very able finance director in the town of Westbrook.
Sure, Donna Castor-Kane, finance director for the town of Westbrook, as Noel said. So on the board here, just a basic summary of the town budget. Last Wednesday, the Board of Finance approved this proposed budget that will be going to our virtual public hearing, which I'll talk about in a minute. So the FY 2021 operating budget that begins July 1 of this year, so July 1, 2020, it is a $30,131,630 total budget. Of that, $12,874,007 is the town, $18,257,623 is the Board of Ed, and that represents a 1.5% increase over the current year budget, which is, interestingly enough, exactly what the percent that the Board of Selectmen gave to the Board of Finance without the Board of Ed involved. So we're still at a 1.5% bottom line, so that's good. And last week, after much deliberation, there was about $80,000 taken out of the budget that was sent to them by the Board of Selectmen in an effort to keep it as low as possible. And a lot of that was achieved through savings in our pensions, in our health insurance, as well as cuts, big and small, in just about every department. So pretty much every department came back with something, whether it be a few $100s or a few $1,000s. So this was a town effort to get it as low as possible. And that's the operating budget. Obviously, there are wage increases in there in accordance with the union contract that was approved in October. But there are no new positions. There are no increased rates at all. It's all basically where we are now. So that's the operating budget, and then also there's the capital budget. Now there's a 5-year plan, which you can find on the website, which I'll show you later. But this is year 1 of the capital budget, which is the year that we need to appropriate. And that is a total of $1,724,707. Of that, $1,418,707 is the town, and $306 is the Board of Ed. So those town projects, they include things like paving for public works, as well as continuation of the West Beach Jetty program. And several others. Again, you can see the entire 5-year plan on the website. So that $1,418,707 is funded entirely in the operating budget. The 306 comes from the Board of Ed reserve, so that's covered by the board, but that 1418 is part of this $30 million. So we are not planning to bond for any of this or borrow from our fund balance, given the current state of affairs. We don't want to touch our fund balance because we don't know how this year is going to end. Right now we look fine, but we don't know what the next few weeks or months will bring. So that is entirely funded in the operating budget and paid for in taxes. So all of this in year 1 boils down to an average tax increase on a $250,000 home, which is the average value. It's $81 a year proposed. Again, this is just proposed. This is not final. No mill rate's been voted on. That won't be done until May 5th. Just give you an idea of what it looks like on an average home. As I said, and as Noel stated, the public hearing is virtual because we can't meet as a group. It is next Wednesday, April 29th at 7:00 p.m. The links were too much to put on here, but if you go to the town website, and I will flip the page here. There we go. So if you go to the town website, www.westbrookct.us, on the front page, there is information on the hearing. There is information on the budget, the year one, as well as the 5-year capital plan. All of that information is on there. We tried to get everything on there that would be useful for the public to see. And also, there is a form on there if you want to submit your questions, concerns, or comments in advance of the meeting. There's a fillable form, and also there's an email address, townbudget@westbrookct.us. We're going to make sure that's on the front page by the end of the day today, but it is on a link from the front page, which has the information on there. I encourage everyone to submit their questions either via the form or via that email address in advance. And what we'll do is I'm gonna compile them. I'm checking that email address. It'll be daily starting tomorrow. And we'll compile all the questions, all the comments, all the concerns, and they will be addressed at the meeting. We'll start with that. All the department heads will be on that meeting, on that call. And so if it's for a specific department head, I'll make sure they have it in advance so they can answer it. I believe everyone will be available. If they're not, I'll make sure that it's submitted ahead of time so that the answer can be read at the meeting. There will also be the opportunity for asking questions at that meeting. So it will be, again, on our website. I believe we're also going to have it on a Facebook page, and we can submit questions that way. Once we have all that information, it will all be on the website. So if you check the website regularly, you will find all the updates between now and the 29th. So again, I encourage everybody to go to the website, look at the budget. If you've got any questions, anything, either email that or fill out the form on the website, and we will address all of them. But again, this is the only opportunity the public has to comment on the budget this year because there is no vote. The Board of Finance on May 5th, after the 29th, they'll take all your consideration and comments, questions. They will mull everything over, and on the 5th, they will meet again at 7:00. It'll all be virtual, and we'll post all those links as well. And they will vote on a budget, a final budget, and a final mill rate. So again, please get as involved as you possibly can. This is your only opportunity to do so, and we really would like a lot of feedback. I know our Board of Finance is really looking for feedback from the public in this instance. So.
Donna,
that's all
thank
I've got. Thank you.
Excellent report. Just to reiterate something about communicating with the public, because it has to be a virtual meeting. If you looked in today's issue of the Harbor News, plus last week, you will see a full page ads about illustrating some of this, but breaking it down by department. We have to publish by department what the budget increases are and expenses and so on. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Before we leave the meeting, I'd just like to indicate that we're all aware that at least until May 20th, the governor's asked that we continue with our stay home, stay safe, and that means that for our municipal government, our doors have been locked for the past 4 weeks. However, people can call in, they can make appointments, so the core responsibilities, not just in terms of finances, which is important, they have been going on for the town. There's been virtual meetings of at least 10 meetings in the last 4 weeks, so your municipal government continues to function. And I just want to reiterate what Don has said. We encourage you to call in on that date next Thursday, I think it is, the 29th.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, thank you.
29th.
But we wish you all a good and safe day. Thank you.